So, good morning, Janet. I am
Good
here
morning.
today, Thursday, April 9th, and I say this on all my videos for those of you who need to hear the day and the date because one day rolls into each other. I'm here with Janet Pomante from ServPro Paramus. And Janet, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So I thought it would be great to have you on because you and ServPro are extremely busy in today's world with everything going on. Um, Normally you do disaster recovery, correct?
Correct.
For, disasters, but, this is a disaster as well. And just, wanted to get information out there on what your company does do for Corona and offices, buildings, agencies. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So what we do is we go in and disinfect the areas, especially for some businesses that have to be up and running with a full capacity of their employees if they're essential businesses. We go in and disinfect. We go in on a weekly basis. We make sure that everything is wiped down, and it's a little bit more uh,
Detailed?
potent. Yeah, a little bit more detailed and a little bit more potent than your regular uh, Lysol or bleach that we use. However, once we go in and we disinfect, that does not mean that someone can't come into the agency and or building and infect it. However, if that happens, we do come back and make sure that, full PPE, we go in and address the area that has been affected.
So PPE, I know what it is, but a lot of people don't know what that is. Can you tell us what it is?
Personal protective equipment.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's great
Yeah.
because obviously, just like anybody else, your workers, you guys have to be protected going into an environment that may have been contaminated. So
Correct.
you have people or places that do this on a weekly basis during this time, correct?
Absolutely, yes, and it's usually the people that have to have their employees there, around the clock, so that so they stay safe and at least feel a little bit more comforting that they're being protected and cared for.
But that doesn't give them a reason to not go into these places and not go in like me if I'm walking into my office building and that's a place that you're taking care of and cleaning on a regular basis. I still need to wear my gloves, my mask, and still take the normal precautionary measures.
Oh, absolutely, yes, yes, because you want to keep it as sanitized as you possibly can. Not you can't help if somebody has been affected and then they don't realize that they've been affected. I
Right.
mean, if they find out immediately that they're in the presence of somebody, then they have to notify because we're not sure exactly how long it's taking before someone gets affected.
Right, right. That's good. So I know you usually do office buildings and agencies. I know it could be costly, but if somebody needed to have a home done or an area that they know has been infected, they can also reach out to you guys as well. It's just a different protocol, correct?
Absolutely. Normally, we are so used to doing insurance work where there's a disaster, a fire, water damage, sewer backup, and that usually goes to the insurance company because your homeowner's insurance will take care of that. Unfortunately, this is not something that falls under your homeowner's insurance, so it is an out-of-pocket expense, and it can be a little pricey for the average homeowner, especially right now when things are so unsure about what's going on in the economy. So it is vital if you feel that you want uh, us to sanitize, or if there's been an infected person in the home, to please call us and we can, deal with the situation on a case by case basis with that person, homeowner.
Which is good because, a lot of times, I mean, a lot of people have cleaning services that come into their house on a regular basis for normal everyday stuff, but this is an extreme situation. So, there have been families that have had the whole entire family infected and they've all been quarantined in a house, and they may want to spend that extra money to come out and just have your company come in and do a full sweep of the house with protective gear for peace of mind. So I just thought that was really important to be able to offer that out there, because so many of the cleaning companies don't want to enter your home after they know somebody's been infected. So at least it's an option for people who, who are going to have people come in that have protective gear and extra solutions and products to do that. So, anyway,
Correct.
any other tips that you can give to people before we wrap this up? I, appreciate you and what your whole crew is doing, because I know how busy you are day in and day out. You're running constantly. So, any
Thank
tips
you.
you can give to people?
Just what you've been hearing on the news, wear your gloves, wear your masks, wipe surfaces down, make sure you wash your hands uh, um, on a regular basis. I mean, as constant as you can,
Mm,
do that and try and keep your distance from, and I know it's hard, it's very hard to keep your distance. So we're all, it's human nature to want to be, engaging, but it's best to keep your distance at this time.
at this point, let me ask you one more question. I don't even know that you'll have the answer for this, but what about going to the grocery store and the packages that you're getting? Even though you have the masks, the gloves, what about the products that you're bringing into the house? Do we really need to worry about what's on those containers, what's on those bags?
I do believe we do, because of the fact that they are saying they're listing it on the news constantly, like how long it would last, the virus would last on certain products. So it's an extra precaution, regardless of anything. It's in this situation, it's not a bad idea to be extremely cautious.
And
So
wipe things
yes, I
down.
right, wipe things down. If things are being delivered, keep them outside your house for a certain amount of time before you bring them into the house. Make sure you're wearing gloves and wipe down countertops and stuff after they've been on there. So it's not a bad idea, regardless of whether it's being overprotective. But
Mhm.
it's
Safe,
better to be overprotective.
safe than sorry, right?
Right,
So
exactly.
goes back, and listen, it goes back to washing your hands, spray everything down, and you can never be too careful. So thank you. I know how busy you are, and I know you're constantly on the run. So thank you for taking time to give us some information, and I really appreciate it. And you stay safe, because you are on the front line as well, dealing with all these people. So thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, and stay safe. Love to
I
your
will, and
family.
I'll put your contact info in the post when I post it. This way, everybody, if they have questions, they'll be able to get a hold of you. So thank you very
Perfect.
much.
You're
All right,
welcome. Thank
Janet,
you.
have a great one. Stay safe.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.